guys, it's your girl Summertime, and I'm back with the record pool, and I apologize because my voice is kind of gone, but I have the very own Jason Warrior here, and if you want to know who Jason Warrior is, it probably is because he sounds a little familiar. Oh, that name sounds a little bit familiar. You're going to find out why. Okay, so of course, everybody just about knows, you know, I know, they know, a lot of other people know. You know, Jason's off The Voice. He was one of the contestants, right?
Yes.
Off The Voice, season 11.
Yeah.
I never forget that.
Come on now.
So how did you get on The Voice?
I auditioned for The Voice back in 2014, actually. Not 2014. Yeah, 2014.
Okay.
It was right after my senior year of high school. And I got a call back. Didn't hear anything from that for about 2 years. And then 2016 came around, and The Voice reached back out to me and was like, hey, are you interested in being on The Voice? Duh. Duh. So I, of course, took the offer. They called me in for an audition in front of the producers, and the rest is just history.
Okay, glad to hear that. I'm like, oh my God. Because I'm like, okay guys, so if you don't know, he was at the Underground Showcase. You will see that coming soon. But I was just like, oh my gosh. And I kept looking at him, and I'm like, I don't want to seem like a creep, because I'm just running around with a head, you know what I'm saying, with a chicken like a head cut out at this point, because I'm like, you know, I got too much stuff to do. So I'm just like, but that man looked too familiar. And here go DJ a minute. He was like, can I talk to you? I'm like, talk to me about what? Because I was already upset with him, okay, guys? So, so I'm like, what do you want? Like, what? He was like, you know who that is? I said, no, I don't know who that is. He was like, you'll soon find out. I said, well, you might as well just tell me now. So long story short, I had a couple judges who were running late. And, you know, I like to start things on time. So I said, you know, hey, and after, he was like, and then my best friend, she spilled all the beans. So she was like, he was on The Voice, he was on The Voice. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, well, Chevy, you know, I already got my judges in place. You know, I can't just take them out of here. So, you know, I'm like, I had two judges like, one of them was like, you know, can't you just start without me? I said, that wouldn't be fair to the other artists. I said, you know what? Forget it. I got a couple, no one's on time, LaShonda. And I got Jason here. I said, oh, perfect thing. I forgot, and I owe you guys dinner, because I should have gave you guys those food. I forgot. I had bought 4 plates for the judges, but I didn't. So, I missed 2.
So it was food involved?
You saw it?
You didn't food. Can you give me no? He was eating. Will, we gonna have a talk.
I forgot all about those plays, guys. It was just a hectic night, but everything turned out great. So I want to know what's your feedback? How did you like the whole, you know, showcase in general?
It was horrible.
Okay. Well, I asked for this feedback, so I can't be mad.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. The showcase, honestly, was actually really, really good. It was really, really good. So good that I was talking to DJ a minute about what can be added to the showcase to make it something even bigger than what it was. Because what I saw was so much talent, so much potential, but not enough of a bigger platform for these individuals to do so. And not enough time.
Right.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I had to keep it there. And let me tell you, because it was 4 minutes and 15 seconds. You all will see the video, but they have 4 minutes and 15 seconds apiece. But they had that time because, one, you know, I still had artists signing up. And we expected probably about 30 artists. So we said, okay, cool. So 30 artists, you know, we divided the time up. So we were like, okay, cool, we can get out of there on time if we start on time. So that's why we did it the way we did. You know, I really just want them to be conscious of time.
Right.
You know, because, like, you know, you might go somewhere and they tell you 3 minutes. Because I've been with my art, you know, I used to be a manager as well. So, you know, I've been, but, you know, they told us 3 minutes, you know, but I do consult with them if it's a little bit over and I didn't know the time. And they're like, you know, it's fine, it's cool. But, you know, I just want them to be aware and be very conscious of that, because that's very important, you know.
It is.
Because they will cut, a lot of them will cut you off and don't care.
Music and don't say, let me tell you, I will be the first to tell you. Let me listen. Okay,
let me hear
Story
it.
time.
Okay, I'm here.
This was about a year or 2 ago. I was singing at a church. Okay, I love the Lord, for He heard my cry.
Oh, amen. Come on now.
But that night, I don't think he was hearing my cry. Because I was up there crying out. First of all, they made me go last, okay? And I was up there saying, Lord, it's okay. I'm just going to cry out to you anyway. People was leaving.
Right.
Thought the show was over.
Right.
And they said, oh, we got another performance, Jason Warrior. Jason Warrior, come, okay. And I'm just crying out. And then, next thing you know, the microphone goes off. And I'm like, okay, take this mic. I'm just going to cry out without a mic. I don't need no mic to cry. But seriously, though, they cut the mic, yo, on me.
Did they tell you the time limit?
They did not tell me a time limit. They didn't give me a time limit. They said, yo, brother, come and perform. And this is what? Fresh off The Voice? Seriously. Hey, that's how my town treated me. I was like, Jesus.
Oh my God, my laugh is really irritating at this point.
Jesus. But it's all to
okay, yeah, But that's why I really wanted them to be conscious of time.
Yes.
I wanted this to be a lesson for the next, for when they do get on the big screens. We're actually talking about having a conference to get these artists to understand how important it is to have their music and stuff done. So, we're thinking about doing that before a showcase. We're not too sure about how that's going to work. But
I think that would be really, 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 really dope. That was something else that I wanted to talk to you about implementing.
Okay, cool.
There's some other things that I want to talk to you, but I ain't going to spill the beans because there's a lot of showcases out here in Chicago or out here in the city. And I'm going to be real. There's some things that is missing, some elements that are missing in these showcases. Right. And it's all these showcasing. Yeah. And it's the same showcasing every single time. It's the same showcasing. Mm-hmm. I ain't seeing nothing new.
Right.
It's the same type of showcasing. It's the same style of artist. The same rap. It's the same stuff. What are we learning?
Yeah.
Keyword.
No, that's why I actually tried to, make it a little bit different. I didn't have the funds to do, go all out there we wanted to do, but it was just, to give a little piece of, just so, because look, I did an underage event. So, being that it was underage, there's a lot of stuff I could not do. But I was respectful of that because they don't have nowhere to perform. It's not just them. And if you're not over 18, you don't have nowhere to perform.
Yep.
So, I try to make a little different outlook for you guys as far as, trying to get your music out there. I did do a couple interviews in the back. I didn't do as many as I wanted to because we just going through so much of that. We had so much to do. I mean, it wasn't possible. I needed 2 cameramen, so it was, it is what it is. But
you did your thing, though. I will tell you, you did your thing.
I appreciate it.
To the point where after the event, usually when I do stuff like that, I'm up and I'm out.
Yeah.
But after the event, I stuck around.
You sure did.
And what really, really made me think about other things to implement was the fact that some of the artists, they stuck around and they asked questions. Mm-hmm. And that showed that they wanted to know more. Right. Get what I'm saying? Right. So what you're doing is great. And the fact that you're underage, come on now.
I was just trying, it's not too many places I could go, that's going to give me a deal. They was like, is it really a stage? I'm like, I got a stage enough that I can work with. And first of all, I walked up on that stage and I'm walking back down. That thing was a little higher than I expected. So next time I'm going to be a little cautious because I almost lost my hoodie. But I'm just saying,
Look, we ain't even gonna worry about that because I'm speaking right now into existence. Exactly. You're about to be blessed with what you need to take it. I see it.
I like this. Come on now. That's God right there. Let me tell you something.
Because if you don't know,
now you know. Oh, okay. So just get ready. The next showcase is coming up, guys. I haven't set a date, so don't get your hopes up. It's probably going to be around my birthday, and if you didn't know, that's December 30th. Whoop, whoop. Come on now. We're coming in the new year with a new little thing. Come on now. Okay, no. So anyway, both me and Jason grew up in church. I don't know if you all know that. I'm not very, I do have a relationship with God, regardless on what you see. That sounds bad. But what I mean by that is you know, I do talk to God. You know, He makes some stuff happen. Because trust me, that showcase wouldn't happen without God. And I'm being real about that. That's real talk. So, did you grow up in church God in Christ?
No.
You didn't grow up in church God in Christ? Okay.
Not Kojic.
I ain't out of church God in Christ.
I've had like, what? Really, I need to know something. Why was that an assumption?
You know what? Because we acted like.
I get a lot of people that say,
because you know
you Kojic, ain't you? No. What's that?
I grew up in church God in Christ. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm actually out of there now. But you know, the Lord has taken me to a different place. So I do not care to disclose that. But just know I am a follower of Jesus. I'm the daughter of Jesus Christ. Okay?
Amen.
So let me just put that out there.
As long as you're believing in
the
Son.
Holiness.
Oh! No man to the Father but through the Son.
Okay, come on now. That's the word. Okay. No, so what I really want to know, like, what's next for your career as far as, you know, like music? What are you getting ready? I'm ready for an album. Can I get a date?
Listen, I heard two things. I heard I'm ready for an album, and then I heard, can I get a date?
Yeah, because I'm ready for a date. The date for the album. The date for the album, Jason. This man is a mess. I made the date for the album. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful how you learn things on the record for, clearly.
So I've been working on the album. However, I will be releasing another single first. If you haven't already, please take the time to check out my two newest singles, that's Dreams and that's Walking With You. It is available on every musical platform, iTunes, Apple Music, all that stuff.
Give me a little sample. I'm just saying. I meant to sample a song.
Oh. Sample up. Look, back to you in the studio.
Oh, dang. So that was a no, if you didn't realize it. That was an absolute no.
But you can definitely check out the song on every musical platform. It is available. I've been doing a lot of things. I'll be coming out to the Jacksonville, Florida area this November. I'll be doing a conference, women's conference with Kiara Sheard and Tasha Page Lockhart. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited for that. And that following Wednesday, I'll be doing a free radio show. It's a big radio concert featuring artists such as Dietrich Haddon, Anthony Brown, and many more other people. So make sure you guys check that out.
I love Anthony Brown. Shout out to you.
It's dope,
right? And what is it? It's therapy. Group therapy. Yes. I almost said new group therapy, but it's group therapy.
Hey, we can do new group. Anthony. Hey, brother. But what I've really been on is, honestly, like you said, you grew up in the church.
Right.
I grew up in the church, and there's so many of us out here that are like that.
Right.
And there are also so many of us out here that are like that grew up in the church and that knows God, but decided to go left, or decided to stray away and do our own things, but we still deep down inside know who God is, and we keeping God close. And so the music that I create is that music that keeps you close to God, you know, that keeps you right there. It's inspirational music. It may not be all in your face like Jesus. Don't get me wrong, because I got a track that's coming out. But Dreams, the song Dreams, the first single that came out, that song is a song that allows us to question these things that were forced onto our lives.
Right.
If we take the time to go back real quick to slavery time, when our ancestors were brought over here to America, they were stripped of the things that they were used to, stripped of their religion, stripped of the things that they learned, stripped of their customs, okay? And a new thing was forced onto them.
Right.
A new identity was forced onto them.
Exactly. No, you're right.
And so for me, the song Dream says, what is this dream that we're living? I wasn't created to live the same way that person's living. I wasn't created to learn the same thing that person is learning. God created me differently. Right. My mindset is completely different than yours. Exactly. So how can you have a classroom with 30 kids and teach them all the same thing and expect each and every one of them to respond the same way? It doesn't work that way.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Because, you know, and that brings me back to what my mom said. Sorry, guys, you know, I'm getting a little lengthy. But, you know, my mom, we grew up in Church of God in Christ. And, you know, I was kind of upset with the fact, you know, that I had to dress up. You know, Church of God in Christ, you know, skirts, you know what I'm saying, skirts, dresses, you know, for women. You know, that's how they operate. A lot of them have changed their ways. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying that it's totally wrong. That's against everything. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, you know, she explained to me why we do wear stuff like that as women. And I was like, you know, I didn't understand. She was like, you know, back in slavery days, they weren't nobody. She said, but back, you know what I'm saying, coming up, as far as, you know, we going to church, you know, you kind of picking all day. But when you go to church, you somebody. You a deacon, you an elder, you a missionary. You have these titles. You pastor wife, you're a pastor. Yeah. You know, you have these, you know what I'm saying, these titles that made you feel as somebody who dressed up for titles. The president dressed up for the president, you know what I'm saying, for the president's seat. You know, you have to dress the part and look the part. And that's always what I got from that. And, but, you know, as far as, you know, me growing up and realize, you know, how me as a person, you know, I've been getting the same way. Like, you know, I didn't come to church for you. And if I came to church for you, I would have came to church for you. What I came to church for was to get the word to feed for my life. You know what I'm saying? To let that grow in my life, to let that dwell in my spirit and to go. That was the point. I don't need to tell you, you know, you don't need to tell me, oh, that dress, I don't like that. Oh, exactly. I think that's a little too short. Your job. I think, you know, I think that's a little too low cut. First of all, let me tell you something. Before I leave that house, I look in the mirror and I realize, you know, what am I wearing? You know, am I okay? You know, trying to make sure I'm at least, you know, presentable, you know what I'm saying, to walk in the church house. I don't need all that extra stuff. Exactly. And that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? That's why I am, you know what I'm saying, per se, getting out of the Church of God in Christ. And not to, because, you know, this is going to go viral and, oh, she said this. No, what I'm saying is for me, that I've grown up to realize, you know, I'm on a different path and I'm on a different way, and you know what I'm saying, I'm moving on. That's what I'm saying. And it's not I'm not growing where I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me personal. You know, I'm not saying don't go to this church, don't stay away. I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is for me, I'm not growing in the way I should be growing, and I know I should be growing better than that, and I grow better on my own, listening to T.D. Jakes, listen to, you know what I'm saying, listen to the pastors on YouTube and writing my notes down. I listen, you know what I'm saying, that feeds me better than to be in a church setting and be feeling, you know, ridicule and have all this stuff towards me. I don't need all that. I got enough stuff. I can go outside and deal with that. I can come on the record and deal with that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm creating that type of music. Right, and that's why I do enjoy it. There's so many people that have that mindset, and it's not even just the church. Right, exactly. It's not. It's not. It really isn't. Let's take the denominations. Right, exactly. Yeah, you're right. Look at church. There's been so many people hurt by the church, and my thing is, let's not keep that thing going where the church makes people feel hurt, makes people run away. Let's bring back where people felt comfortable to go into the church. The church was a place where people went to get their healing. Right, exactly. Let's bring that back. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, no, I hear that. It's 100%. And I'm not just saying just church. It's other churches that are like that. I've heard of one church that'll give you a skirt when you come in. You know what I'm saying? If you dress in pants. Now, I don't know what church this is, but I've heard this, you know what I'm saying, per se, like from one person telling me, you know, after they just lost their daughter, you know, their friend took them to church, and they said, he go, what size are you? And give him a skirt. What? Yeah. Baby, let me tell you, I ain't kind of church for that. That's ridiculous. Pushing it a bit for me. However, there are churches that still live in the traditional, you know, ways, and respect to those who that's you know how you go about it. Right. But what we're saying is we grew up in a church loving that lifestyle, loving God, and I still go to church. However, there are a lot of individuals that decided to leave the church because they felt as if though those things were getting forced onto them, or their real identity was being taken away from them, and people were taking their jobs or their titles a bit too far. God called you not to pass judgment onto individuals, but to show individuals God gave you a choice, right or wrong. Right. This is what He says, and this is what He said not to do. You choose, and whichever one you choose, understand. You're either going to have a consequence, you're going to get a blessing. But whichever one you choose, make sure you choose. Exactly. I don't have anything to do with it. Right, exactly. And step away. Leave it at that, because guess what? It's been spoken. Right. They've heard. They can't say nobody tell them. Exactly. It's judgment day coming. You know what I'm saying?
Let God deal with
right,
that.
Exactly.
So
a lot of stuff, you know, and when my aunt brought it to mind, because one lady said something to me, and you know, I felt, you know what I'm saying, it really discouraged me. So, you know, I didn't go to church for a while. And you know, my aunt told me, my aunt doesn't go to church just frequent. But she told me, she said, are you gonna let that affect you going to church? Like, you know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, but to me that sounds, you know what I'm saying, a bit silly, how you letting somebody else affect the way, you know what I'm saying, affect you going to church. And, you know, she wasn't lying. So, you know, I had to stand my ground and say, you know what, Lord, you know, I know who you are. You know what I'm saying? I know I can get back in this. I know I should never let nobody discourage me and walk away from you as far as, but, you know, I did learn that, you know, it's time for me to look for another church home. And that was just me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I wasn't growing personally.
And you just said something that brings me to this next thing. When you get into that situation where you have to begin to think about making those decisions and think about if you're doing the right thing and think about doing the wrong thing, it's always important to remember, no matter what, as long as you're keeping God close to you, God is always walking with you. He's always right there next to you.
Right. He will never leave you nor
forsake you. Through the valleys, through your good days, through your bad days, He's always there. And I have a song called Walking With You.
Okay, check you
Look
out.
at how you put that through. And I said, oh, wait a minute. That's the other single. Well, but literally, that's how it was set up.
Right.
Okay? The dream aspect of, okay, you know what? This isn't how I'm supposed to be living. Now, once you begin to be woke, what people call it, the enemy will start to fight even harder.
Exactly.
The devil wants to say, okay, now that this person think they win it, I'm mad. Now I got to send my demons out more. It's going to get harder for you. But even through your pains and your sufferings and the hardness, when you decide to make the right decision and the enemy starts to come, God is still walking with you.
You're right. You are right.
So
I want to know, because I know we're going a little bit over time, but what's on your top 5 playlist as far as any artist, any song? What's on your top 5? Because I know we're running short of time, so let me do top 5.
Top 5: John Legend.
Okay.
Drake, J. Cole. Jesus. Ooh. Alicia Keys definitely is up there, and who else? Ty Tribbett.
I love Ty Tribbett, and my mom does. Shout out to you, Ty Tribbett. You know, if you're doing well, hope all is well. But, you know, guys, we have to sign off. I'm going a little over time, so I'm trying to get done.
Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at I am Jason Warrior. I am Jason Warrior.
You know what, that brings me to a thing. You didn't follow me back.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Right in front of your face.
No, you didn't, because I didn't follow you right in front of your face.
You did.
I did not.
Not.
You're terrible. I'm like,
look, okay.
Okay, he's gonna follow me back. You don't have to worry about that because he followed Destiny. I was like, hold on, what about me? But anyway, it
ain't Destiny.
Hey, girl, shout out to you. But we're gonna get all ready to sign off here. You know, because I want you guys. But I want you guys to really take in what we've said, and you know what I'm saying. I hope that hope that leads you closer to a relationship with God. I hope that you know what I'm saying. You know, I'm not a like over spiritual person now, and I love God to the fullest, so don't get that wrong. But you know, I just want you to understand. You know, I hope that brings you and your walk with God even closer. So, but I'm your girl Summertime Fan, and this is the one and only famous Jason Warrior of The Voice season what?
And 11. The 4.
Oh, and the 4. I keep forgetting the 4.
The Voice season 11 and the 4 season 1. Boom.
So you got one. Okay, guys. Let me stand up so Jason can shout it out, okay? So guys, I'm your girl Summertime Fan. This is Jason Warrior, and this is The Record Pool. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment to everything we have, and follow me on Instagram at real_Summertime Fan. And I'm out. Peace.